and she'll be joining us from Oakland. Whoops, Oakland, California. This is a song she posted the other day that I just love, and it's perfect because it fits within that 1 minute time frame that Instagram gives us. Check this out. She wrote it for her dog, Joan. Oops. Here we go.
Walking my dog along Powell Street. She's jumping up on everybody's knees. I know she could love them the way she loves me, but damn, I am glad I got her. Walking my dog along Powell Street. She steals the hearts of everyone she meets, 'cause she's got a light that anyone can see. I fell in her love.
Oh man, I love that. Isn't that great? It's so sweet. For her dog, Joan. And all of her music has this warmth to it. Hey, there she is, Emily. Okay, let's see if I can invite her on. To connect us.
Hi!
Hi.
Sorry, I'm a little late. I was trying to figure out my video.
You're fine. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I heard you just talking about Joan and she's running around on the floor. So here's a goofus. You might want to hang out with her. Yeah.
I have a little dog who's about her size.
Yeah.
That just that just resonated with me seeing you playing with her.
It's fun. Yeah, she really chills out when I play music usually, but in that video that I posted the other day, she was jumping all around.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much. Man, are you in your bedroom too?
Yeah, I am.
Yes.
Sitting on my bed. I'm like, oh, I like doing this guitar right before, because I have a song that I might play that's kind of funky tuning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, got set up.
Good. Well, can you see and hear everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
you? Cool.
Yeah, there's your video's frozen, but I can hear you. So maybe it just might take a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hey, I just want to mention, now I didn't get to know you that well, but you were here in Provo, Utah, where I am, and I followed Book on Tapeworm, which you were a part of.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think actually the last time I saw you in person was at a show you did at Velour.
Mm-hmm.
It must have been 2014. It's been
crazy.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah, that was
a
while ago.
I think you were getting ready to go to Russia. Does that sound right?
Oh no, so that would have been 2012, because I got back in 2014.
Okay, so you must have just gotten back.
Yeah, so it's probably back. Yeah, a little further back even.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think you had just gotten back then. I got
cool.
confused.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just have always been taken by just your warmth as a person, and then just how much of that comes through your music, and then also for me, it's the kind of music that for me is it's nourishing. Maybe
Thank you. Oh, that's so honored. That's so nice.
I mean, you write about meaningful things, you remind us that, hey, by the way, we're humans here playing this music and listening to this music together. And I love that. I just come away feeling like I gained something, rather than just oh, that was cute or that was fun, which is great.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But there's just a little more. Yeah. So I'm a fan.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you mind taking a minute to just maybe introduce yourself and kind of what you're up to these days?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, as you probably already mentioned, I'm Emily Brown. Yeah, I play like folk music. I feel like it's very lyrically driven. And I play piano and guitar, and sometimes with a band, and sometimes not. But I released an album this past August called Bee Eater, and I am putting together a new album right now called A Fish of Earth, and yeah, and then we're fundraising for it on Kickstarter, and it's gone pretty well. And what else? I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it's an album. Bee Eater was kind of about like the anxiety of dating, and specifically the anxiety of dating, like in Utah, and like I don't know, in like there being like these high pressure situations where you're trying to find your life partner and stuff, and so I feel like it was kind of me trying to like work through that. And this album has kind of come out of like a 3-year relationship that I've been in, and it's much more about like waves of emotion in like in longer term relationships and how those have like worked for me, whether it's like with my family or like this partner that I've been with for a long time, or so it's been like fun and like and different to like write about those kinds of conversations instead of like Bee Eater, which I think was much more internal dialogue.
Right. Oh, and I think I heard you mention, so just really easy subject matter, right?
Yeah, just, it's fine.
Nothing difficult.
Not hard.
Like I'm pretty sure I heard you mention for this new album, A Fish of Earth, that it's composed largely on instruments that you don't play.
Yeah, yeah, it is entirely. I barely play an instrument on the record, so yeah, I worked on it with Stephen Cope and Stuart Wheeler, and that just was kind of the production gimmick that we decided on. Was like we got together, we were like planning how production would go, and this is like August of last year, and I think Stuart, maybe, I'm not really sure, but one of them was like, what if we do it with like no guitar and like no piano? And like I've always been very into like orchestral arrangements, but you know, I also only compose like on guitar and piano like pretty exclusively, so it was like it was really different, but it was nice to be able to like focus even more on like just like lyrics and like singing, like in like performing the songs like while we're recording, and it's also just like beautiful, like it's like really beautiful arrangements, and they're based well, depending on the song, but like some of them are based like pretty heavily off the way that I was like playing the piano and like the demos that I worked on, and so that's fun too, because I feel like like I don't know, like the original versions like still come through pretty hard. Yeah,
that's amazing. I mean, that really is like to go so far out of your comfort zone.
Yeah,
and, like you don't have your hands to like support what you're doing, maybe. So
like I mean, literally like not really playing anything on it. Yeah, it felt really scary. But I think also a nice thing about this album is that the turnaround has been a bit faster than like Bee Eater, for example. Like Bee Eater, a lot of it was songs that I'd written when I was like 21 or 22. And so they were worked and worked on over like this long period of time. And with these ones, I'm just less attached to them. And so I feel like we were able to just have more fun, like trying different things. And I found that I wasn't as stressed about like my ideal version of the song, because I hadn't had like all this time to like build up my like personal understanding of the thing, because it was just like, well, here's these demos and like we'll just get them going, and they're fantastic. Like I honestly like, yeah, I'm like a thing that I keep saying about this album is that like I don't feel like I deserve to have an album this beautiful. Like it just feels like beyond, like it's like beyond like any of the people that worked on it. It's just like very very beautiful to me, so I'm excited for it to hopefully exist and be in the world.
Yeah. Let me just show this again on Kickstarter right here. It's called A Fish of Earth, and this is Emily Brown's new album. I think 12 days. So there's still time to jump in and get involved, and I don't know, I'm excited to I'm excited to hear. I wanted to mention real quick. You can hear the thought that you put into your compositions. Like I would say you're like a true craftsperson, and like in the true sense of the word. Like, and that's why I love your dog video, because you're playing these single notes, but then you're singing something else, and together they create this this wonderful sound and harmony. And it's just really well put together and really sweet. And anyway.
Thanks. I'm working on recording that, like, hopefully this weekend for
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm part of this group called Song Club that does like songwriting little compilations every month. So I'm probably gonna try to record that for that.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I've loved those songs too, by the way.
Thanks.
So,
yeah.
good.
I know
cool project.
You've heard about, you've followed Song Club.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
do you mind? Are you up for playing maybe a
Yeah,
couple songs?
I would love to. I'm prepared. I was gonna play like one or two from Bee Eater, and then maybe like one or two that are from Fish of Earth, which is kind of fun because I haven't like released any demos or anything. Pretty much the songs from Fish of Earth I sometimes play at live shows, and that's about it. And some of them are actually Song Club songs, so you'll see if you follow Song Club Sampler. Like there's like one or two of them that I wrote for that are like have turned into Fish of Earth songs. But
cool.
yeah, so I'm gonna play. I got this little guy here. I'm gonna go ahead and play Sometimes, which is off of Beat Eater. So that's one I like to do a lot. And yes. I don't know how much time you feel like you have, but yeah, I'll just go ahead and do this one, and then we can talk after that. Something.
I'll just tell you right now. I'm just gonna camp out.
Oh, okay, great.
I'm in bed. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, just chilling out. Okay. Yeah, this seems like, yeah. I'll do this, and then I can do some Fish of Earth ones. So
cool.
Sometimes what it is, it's like I'm yelling down a well for you. I know you'll never say you do. Well, you do, you do, you do. And ancient trees are standing silent, holding all their breath for you. I guess I'd rather know you do than never hear from you. Every answer's clothed in layers of disguise. Oh, it scares me that I cannot see your eyes. I am living in a house with all the blinds raised, watching you look through the windows from outside. Ooh, 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 ooh. Sometimes what it is, it's like I'm running down the road for you. White cars are chasing in the blue. Well, you do, you do, you do. And everything I ever loved and all of the words I thought I knew. This road is wearing out my shoes. The souls come peeking through. All your old ideas have vanished in the light. I heard the sound of them escaping in the night. Well, you were looking out for someone you could turn to. Someone else to tell you what you think is right. Ooh, who do you think I am to tell you where you stand? Ooh, 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 ooh. sometimes what it is, it's like I'm yelling down a well for you. You do, 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 you do. Thanks.
Yes.
What's that?
Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks. Yeah, so that's off Beat Eater. It's like the third track, I want to say, from Beat Eater.
It's beautiful.
Last year. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. I'm looking at all the comments and people are being so nice. Really nice.
Yeah, everyone's clapping for you,
Clapping,
cheering you on.
doing little hearts, etc.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. I'll go ahead and play another one that's from A Fish of Earth. And this one is it's about when my little sister Marin was born. So like the year that I turned 20, my parents had a surprise child, and her name is Marin. And so she's 20 years younger than me, and she's 12 years younger, like the next youngest sibling in my family.
Okay.
And this is kind of about that, and how like that experience made me realize like that kids are cool, and like I don't feel like I was that interested in having kids before that. Like I was like kind of like, oh yeah, that's probably a thing I'll do at some point. But
right.
Yeah, my little sister being born just made me feel like, oh, babies are awesome. Like I don't know, like I just love her so much. And yeah, and so she's been like a really special person in my life. And I think to everybody in my family, she just was like, whoa, like this is a big deal. You know, we were all like old enough to like understand like how awesome it was that there was like a baby in our family. And yeah, so she's great. And so this is about that. It's a tiny song. It's called Baby Wanting.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with all that baby wanting? You said maybe you can get it out when you go to see the newborn twins. And now I'm sitting on the plane stewing in my baby wanting, thinking how it first came over me in 2011. Marin was born much to the shock of my mother, and I walked in by a crib where she slept, breathing silent fast. And now I feel this kinship with everyone who has a baby. Total strangers who probably call on God, and the only thing they ask is to be free of girls like me and our baby wanting. What are you gonna do with all this baby wanting? Do I think I could go through childbirth? I can't survive my monthly cramps. And yes, I do cry consistently whenever I'm watching Call the Midwife. Maybe I desperately want children, or maybe I'm very sentimental, and I don't mean to say I think having children is easy but not exhausting. And that has been my experience, especially with other people's kids, and also with Marin, who granted means more to me than most people and most things, because Marin taught me about shock and wonder, and how overwhelming love can be, and how I can love a person more than anything in the world. And that's the feeling there that feeds my baby wanting.
Yes. Oh,
That's that.
that's amazing. I was trying so hard not to laugh at just like this.
Yeah, I feel like there's some like major jokes in it that like
It's
whenever
so
I
good.
play it live, I feel like I'm doing a comedy routine, which is really fun because like I don't think I realized how funny it was until I started playing it live. And I was like, I'm like, I know it's funny. Like I made the jokes in it, but I don't think I realized that everyone would like crack up with me about it, you know, which is pretty fun and very validating. Like when that happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very sweet, and that's so nice to hear, like from the new album, and we haven't heard it yet, so thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I guess for people that are tuning in, I'm Emily Brown, and I am currently fundraising an album called A Fish of Earth, and that's on Kickstarter. An easy way to get to it is that listen to emilybrown.com just like redirects to the Kickstarter, so I feel like that's a pretty easy. Thank you. I'm glad you liked the song. This person, I can't pronounce your name, but yeah, yeah, it's good. That song was like originally an essay, and so like I think I still might try to like publish the essay later, but yeah, it's me like writing about all these feelings when I was on my way to see my twin nieces, who are great. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna play another one that's off of A Fish of Earth. Let me just make sure yeah, okay. We'll try this. I'm trying to remember what this one is called. What is this called? Can't remember. I think it's called Ungrounded. I don't know. I think we're still like finalizing. There's Lori. Oh, thank you. Okay, so here's this, and this is not really anywhere. So. I'm all ungrounded. Turn me around, yeah. All of my little lonely habits turn into sins. I wake up early. You can't deter me. I don't go out, but I can't stay in. Ooh, 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 when I was lonely, single and homely, no one to comment on how I behaved. Well, honey, I love you, wanna be near you. It's by the contrast I know my name. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Aw. That's wonderful.
Thanks. Yeah.
That guitar part feels like I mean I'm just excited to hear like what does it sound like if you're not playing guitar with it, you know?
Yeah, when it's not a guitar part. And yeah, I do play most of these like live. I mean, a lot of the time I think we sort of translated the guitar parts into like string parts. I'm trying to remember how we did this one, because I can't remember right now.
Emily, can I ask, you've got a couple rewards here. You have, and I don't know. I don't know if it's appropriate. Like, I'm showing some of the rewards in your Kickstarter. It's not like this is not a telethon or anything.
No, yeah, no, it's fine.
I just want people to know like what's available. But you have CDs, you have digital downloads, you have vinyl, which is cool. And then you have I want to know about the Rezo print.
Yes. Yeah, I'm very excited about those. So, yeah, I happen to have access to a Rezo printer, and my good friend Alenka Malareka is going to be designing those. And we're the shirt. She's an illustrator who's here, and I can post. I'm planning to post like one of her early drafts of the drawing.
Did she do these graphics?
No, actually, Kyle Benson did those.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Kyle is a letterer, and he's my boyfriend, and his studio is called Very Cool Studio, and he does type design and stuff and illustration. But Alenka's doing a really beautiful illustration that's sort of based on these. There's a book that I was reading while we recorded this album called The Lady the Almanac, and it's by Juna Barnes, who was this like amazing like lesbian lady who was like an expat in Paris like in the 1920s. And she actually the writing style of the whole Kickstarter is like kind of supposed to be this like pseudo medieval thing, and that's based on the way that she writes in the Lady's Almanac, where it's like it's this text that was written in the 20s, but it feels very like, yeah, it's like this jokey medieval writing. And so that's like kind of, I don't know, not that the text of the album, like the lyrics, they're not like written in that way, but I just wanted to write the text of the Kickstarter that way, and that's probably how the album notes will turn out, is my guess. But yeah, we're kind of basing the illustrations off of the illustrations in this book, which are fantastic. Yeah, if you can get a copy of it, I think it's like $10 on Amazon, but it's called it's The Lady's Almanac, and it's by Juna Barnes, but her first name is spelled Djuna, and she wrote and illustrated the whole book, and it's amazing. It's so good. Yeah, and that's actually where we got the album title as well. It's like a phrase that comes up in one of the chapters.
That's a great title.
I just kept thinking about it, you know. It's really good.
There it is. I found it.
Yeah, it's like the illustrations are so cool. Yeah, they're just wacky and they're very symbolic, and so we're trying to I mean, it's going to be in Alenka's illustration style, which is wonderful. I'm a big fan of her, and but it'll be kind of like it's trying to draw off of those kinds of motifs. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm into it.
Thanks. I'm excited.
Do you mind? So, like, if I've seen come up a lot that that people compare your voice. I don't know if it's awkward for you at all, but they compare you a lot with Joan Baez.
Yeah, sure. Totally. Yeah.
And Joni Mitchell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was happening before I mean, I don't know. I always kind of roll my eyes when I hear other musicians say this kind of thing, but that was happening before I knew of Joni Mitchell, like when I was like 19 and stuff, people would say that. Yeah. And then I feel like once I found her, I was like, I'm going to sing even more like this, because like she does such a fantastic job. And I think I love, I was really like growing up, like when I was little, I was really into just like the style of singing in like Broadway musicals, not, you know, like Oklahoma and things like that. And I think that's the reason why I think I sort of sing in this very, like, I don't know, like in this like very clear way, and very like lyrically focused way, like when I'm doing songwriting, because it's like so I feel like my music doesn't really stand without the lyrics, like it's very important that they can. I mean, I think it can stand. Like I think I'm a fine melody writer, but it's important to me. It's like extremely important to me, and I think for that reason, like I've always tried to sing in this very like enunciated and clear way. Yeah. And I also want it to feel almost like spoken. Like I heard sometime in high school, like from one of my choir teachers, that I don't even know if this is like true or how much this is thought out, but like that Stephen Sondheim wrote melodies that followed the natural like intonation of speech. And I feel like I've been obsessed with that idea, like ever since. I think that's the way that I try to write melodies, is like a way that follows the way that speech, you know, naturally is musical. So like the way that y'all try to like have the melody go up and down, like as like a phrase would be emphasized and things like that. And it comes much more, I mean, it's not a thing, it's not a thing you have to overthink, because it's the way that speech works, you know, like you can just, even when you just like listen to me like talking, the way that you would write a melody out of that is just like, you just follow the way that the voice goes, which is fun.
See,
you know?
but just the fact that like, just the fact that you recognize that and acknowledge that and like can put it into practice and not have it be like, I mean, like, I guess there'd be a way you could do it that would be, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I just love the way, like, it's so natural. Do you follow like Fleet Foxes at all? Do you like those guys?
Yeah, they're great. Yeah.
They, so like they're, I don't know if they don't really have like guitar solos, right? But
no, not really. Yeah.
But they have like these little phrases, and like we were on this road trip, and like it just really hit me hard how like they're these little instrumental phrases were basically about like a breath's length.
Wow.
Like as if, you know, like as if it were being spoken, or kind of like shared vocally with someone else, and then it would take a break, and and you could hear like a breathing in almost, like taking back, and then like expressing some I don't know.
No,
and you do that beautifully.
I'm gonna have to go back and like listen for that and like see if I can find it, because that is like, that probably is like intentional, that there's like, that it feels like conversational and the pauses are in the right place.
Yeah.
So my goofball was clawing at the bed, and I was like, okay, you can come up.
Oh. Do you want to play some more songs? You up for it?
Yeah, sure. I'll do another. Let me think. What do I? Yeah. Let's bring this guy back. Let me see. I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna do "Who Can Say," which is off of Beat Eater. Yeah, that seems like a good.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one. We'll do that. Here he is, a boy who can't solve your problems. He wouldn't know the first way to solve them. He wouldn't know the first place to start. Here he is, a boy who can't shoulder your burdens. His misgivings about you will worsen before your decisionless heart. Who can say what good your good does anyway? Who can tell if when you intend well, then will it end well? Here he is, a boy who can't solve your problems. How could he? Don't say you've got them. To think that he could is absurd. Here he is, a boy who doesn't know you hurt him. How could he hide behind curtains? How could he? You don't use your words. you are, a girl who can't solve her problems. You've gone from the top to the bottom. You run from the east to the west. I hear you are, a girl who knows her mind outside nothing. Whatever you do will be certain. Whatever you think best. Ooh, who can say why could your good dies anyway? Ooh, who can tell if when you intend well, then will it end well? And when you intend well, then will it end well? And when 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 will it end well?
Oh my goodness. I wish we could hear everybody clapping here. That's the only downside.
Yeah. It's like you can see all the little waves in the heart and stuff.
Can you feel it, like, when you're playing a song or after a song? Like, can you feel that things have changed? The air is different?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like I feel really good, like, when I'm playing music, and like, yeah, I think I feel like a good, like, emotional experience, and it's weird, it's weird like getting something out of like something that you made yourself, but you know, like, I feel like I like rethink about these like lyrics that I wrote that were, you know, like they were sort of to be like, you know, like, let me like think about this situation, which at the time was like me having a hard time like communicating in a relationship that I was in, which is like still a problem for me. And it's still like nice to think about, like, okay, like I was trying to figure this thing out, like it's still something I'm trying to figure out, and like, you know, what do I think about that now? You know, it's like reading your journal or something, and that feels like it's very meaningful to like to look back and like reprocess it and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, but you're reading your journal in front of a crowd too. I know, which is super weird, you know. It's like a crazy process. I don't know. Yeah, I've been having a lot of like conversations about that, and like, I don't know. Yeah, I won't say too much, but like, no, you're my friend Trevor's making like a little video, a little kind of a documentary about the process of this record, and the big part of the conversation is like vulnerability, but that is like so widely shared, which is like it's just like a weird thing that like a lot of the songs on this record are like, you know, these like very personal, like almost like conversational songs that are like, you know, other people are like involved, you know, where I think like a lot of the songs I've written are just about like my own feelings and maybe aren't like as much about interacting with like somebody else, and the morality of that is complicated, you know. Yeah. And like trying to make sure that I'm doing that carefully, and I don't know. Yeah. No, that's amazing. And like I said, like, you do not tackle easy subjects. Like you strike at the heart, and I love it. Oh, thanks. Doing my best. That's good. My dog showed up. What a cutie. Wanted to come listen, I guess. Yeah. Joan's curled. You can't see her, but Joan's like curled up right here. That's one of my favorite songs, and I was going to ask if you would play that, and I'm so glad. Thank you so much. Glad I thought of it. That's wonderful. I can probably do one more if you want to hear one more. Yeah, I'd love to. I've been doing this lately, but I made up a different song that's like about Joan that I did for a song club. So maybe I'll do that. It's kind of fun to play. It's a little catchy. I might release it sometime in the future, but for now it's just like it's a song club song. So nice. Fun. She's perking up. She's like, "Is this my song?" I'm gonna tune this really quick.
You're good.
That's what it is. Okay. It was a stormy, lonely Monday night. I thought I'd maybe brave the ride. I thought I'd go and see what you were like. We took the 5 to Sacramento, and I picked you up in both my hands, then drove home with you all through the night. Now that I found you, ooh, I wanna put my arms around you. Don't, baby, don't, baby, don't, baby, you and me. Don't, baby, don't, baby, don't, baby, you and me. We were a sleepy bunch on Friday nights. Took 15 minutes to decide if we'd read or watch TV or play a game. Well, you came in with your electric light, went crying, screaming through the night, and now we're never gonna sleep again. Now that I found you, ooh, I'm gonna put my arms around you. Joan, baby, Joan, baby, Joan, baby, you and me. Joan, baby, Joan, baby, Joan, baby, you and me. I wouldn't say we had some wish to die, but sometimes paused too long to sigh, and sometimes found our eyes fixed on the wall. It doesn't take that much to make us say, I guess I'll live another day. I guess I'll have to make it after all. Now that I found you, I wanna put my arms around you. Joan, baby, Joan, baby, Joan, baby, you and me. Joan, baby, Joan, baby, Joan, baby, you and me. Joan, baby, Joan, baby, Joan, baby, you and me. Joan, baby, Joan, baby, Joan, baby, you and me.
There's my clapping. That's wonderful.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna pull up your Kickstarter again.
Okay.
So there are 12 days left to get her new album, A Fish of Earth. Anything last you want to say about it? A reward? Or...
I don't know. Yeah, it's like, I think it's at like 57% funded, and yeah, it ends on May 9th. Yeah, so just if you want to help it exist, then do that. Yeah, and again, like, you can get to it if you look up listentoemilybrown.com. That's an easy way to get to that link. Yeah. Oh, cute. That's so nice. The South Soleil girls comment. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'm gonna see if this link works in the comments. Okay. I put it there, but I'll also attach it to the video.
Thank you.
Awesome. Emily, thank you so much. You're in Oakland, California,
Yes,
right?
I'm in Oakland. Yeah.
Yes. So thank you for taking some time out of your Saturday night,
Mm-hmm.
and just sharing your amazing talents. Like I said, I'm a fan, and I just find your music really meaningful, but also I don't know, you can just enjoy it in so many ways. It's just beautiful melodies, the lyrics, they both sharpen each other, they polish each other in this beautiful way, and your compositions are extraordinary, really.
Thank
So
you. Thanks
this
a
has just
lot.
been a
It really
pleasure.
means a lot to me.
No, thank you. Yeah, so now everyone go buy the album.
Buy
And
it. You can pre-order it. It'll be out in the fall. I haven't picked a specific date yet, but it's mixing.
Awesome.
It's going well, so should be soon.
Very good.
Yeah.
Good.
Cool. Well, have a good evening. Yeah. And
Yes.
we'll talk soon, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, you too. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Bye.
Yep, good night.